Moving right along, footloose and fancy free. Getting there is half the fun, so share it with me. In case you couldn't tell from my singing, which I apologize for, but I can't help myself. I'm in a good mood today. I've had a very productive revision day on Battleborn Bride. I lost myself in the story so much that I was back in 1864 going through everything with Sarah Jane, my main character, and I think the improvements are really going to make this more of the book that I was hoping to release. I know the first draft is always going to be a rough one, and my self confidence about my writing was not real high, but I think now that I've done some polishing, I'm getting closer to where I imagined the story. Now, that doesn't mean it's going to be a perfect book because that's always difficult to achieve, if not impossible. But I do have high hopes for Battleborn Bride, and I'm hoping that readers will enjoy it as much as I've enjoyed writing it. Sarah Jane is going to be a much more confident and involved young woman than she was at the outset. And I think she will live up to the title of the book, basically. So that is good. And like I said, I was so lost in my work today that everything just went so quickly. And, I can't believe it's already after dinner time. I will be happy to get this back to my editors because I'm having some challenges with haunt season. The second proof copy that I ordered also came with the wrong barcode, so I'm not sure what's going on there because the previewer on the Amazon site shows the correct barcode, so I don't know why it's printing out a different version, but I think I'm going to have to actually contact customer service to get this worked out because, like I said, I've ordered 2 copies so far and neither of them has had the correct barcode, which is incredibly frustrating. But I've been so happy with my progress on Battleborn Bride today that I'm not really upset about haunt season. I know it will work out, hopefully sooner rather than later, because coming up on about the 2 week mark before my release day. So, there's always a fly in the ointment somewhere. And in this case, it's the barcode. This is the first time we've put our own barcode on the book, so that may be the problem. I might have toggled something incorrectly in the website when I was setting things up. So I'm going to see if they can help me fix that or if maybe it's a problem on their end that they can resolve. Either way, I do feel confident the book will be ready to go in time for release day. If not the paperback version, I will at least have the ebooks out there. I also got notified that another copy of Passion Restored sold from the Depot Gallery in Sparks, which is exciting. And it was actually sold in May, but they were telling me the check is in the mail. So that's fun. And I know it's one copy of a book, but at this point in the process, JT and I celebrate every little win we can, especially considering we're going through a phase where our expenses, our expenses have increased quite a bit because he's transitioning to Medicare this year. And oh boy, that is quite the challenge. So if you have gone through that process, I feel for you. I knew it was going to be difficult because people that I worked with previously were doing that as they retired. So they were trying to navigate setting up their pension and Medicare at the same time, which ended up being a really convoluted mess. So I'm not surprised, but actually going through the process, we didn't realize how much it was going to cost to make this transition because we've been on state insurance for many, many years now. I continued on state insurance when I retired with JT as my dependent, and apparently there were some problems with that, and we're trying to get all of that worked out. So between that, we ended up paying our taxes. We had a surprise payment on our podcast platform We had to pay our annual fee for that, which wasn't cheap. So we're definitely celebrating every little dollar that comes in because, boy, a lot of them are going out right now. And that's just the way life works. It's kind of frustrating, but we expected it, and we've been keeping some money aside to cover these things. And, JT is postponing his next release until we get things worked out a little bit. So he's already gotten the editing done, but still needs to get a cover. And, you know, it may be another couple of months before he actually gets to that point. But in the meantime, haunt season will be out soon, and hopefully maybe some sales will pick up with that and Passion Restored. I am hopeful since now I only have 5 copies of Passion Restored in-house, and we have 2 events coming up in the next few days, so I'm hoping maybe I sell out for the first time, which would be really exciting. We are going to have to restock our books pretty soon because, like I said, I may be out of Passion Restored. JT only has 1 copy left of his Emma Parks compilation, so we'll see if that sells in the next few days. And then, of course, we're going to have to order some author copies of Haunt Season to have in-house as well. We're going to have, let's see, JT and I are both going to be doing readings at a retirement community in July, I believe. I think we're both doing it in July. And we're also going to have an author event at the Reno Public Market that is part of Art Town. Every July from the 1st to the 31st, Reno is Art Town is the slogan, and it's a celebration of all things art throughout the whole month. So there are all kinds of performances, there are gallery exhibitions, we have our author day at the Reno Public Market, and it's just a great time to visit. So if you ever want to see Reno and you want to have a lot of different options of entertainment, definitely check out Reno in August, or excuse me, July. There are fun events in August as well. And actually, coming up in the next couple of weeks, I think it may start on my birthday, if not sometime around there, is the Reno Rodeo, which is a big deal. And I know it always happens around my birthday. I'm not sure if it will start on the 26th or not, but that is also a big deal. And then Reno has things like balloon races and the Italian Festival and Hot August Nights, which is huge. It's a lot of classic cars and cruising and classic rock and so many great things. So, like I said, if you want to visit Reno at a time when there's something fun to do, really there's no bad time, but July is great because Art Town has daily events throughout the entire month, and there's kind of something for everybody. You can also visit places like the National Automobile Museum or go to the Reno Aces, our minor league baseball team, beautiful ballpark. And if you go on a Friday night, they usually have fireworks. So many fun things to do around here. I definitely recommend that you visit if you're in the area. But now that I've done my spiel for Reno tourism, I just wanted to go back to the fact that JT and I are going to be participating in Art Town by being at the author day at the Reno Public Market. Reno Public Market is it's kind of a renovated strip mall that has a lot of interesting new businesses and a food hall, and it's loud and it's energetic and it's you might say it's young and hip. So if you're in the area on July 18th, we should be there from noon to 3, and there will be a lot of other authors there as well. So just so many things going on, but we may need to restock our books before then for the first time, because I think at this point we've kind of been working off all the books that we ordered in it, when we first released them. We initially ordered way too many and have learned over time to pare down the amount we should get because we're still working off those initial orders. But, at some point, maybe we'll actually sell them all and we will have to restock for real, like our entire inventory, which would be exciting because we are I don't know if Haunt Season will be our 20th release. I'm going to have to do a count because I'm not sure. But if we're not there, we actually may be over 20 at this point. Let's see. No, I'll have to go do a count. We just did an inventory on our books the other day, and I probably should have counted how many we have out at that time, but it's really not important. But as I said at the outset, things are moving right along, and I am definitely feeling footloose and fancy free this evening. I'm relieved to be close to the finish line on Battleborn Bride. It's going to be a much better book than it started out as. I mean, like I said, the first draft is always going to be rough. And I still have a lot of high hopes about that. So going into the fall, probably in August at least, I'll need to make sure the cover is ready to go. And I do still plan to attempt my own version of the cover, but I suspect I may need to go to maybe my cover artist for my Restless Spirit series to have it look more professional than what I could do. But you never know. I might be happy with the outcome of my own efforts and do that for myself this time. And we'll see. So that will be an expense if I end up doing a cover artist instead of doing my own cover. So we'll see. But either way, it's going to need a cover by August because then I'll need to get my proof copies done so that I can have them in hand sometime in September because that's when I really plan to get the ball rolling. And I also may do advance review copies of Battleborn Bride to see if I can get reviews before the book releases because that does help with the initial sales. And I think I've talked about that before. So if I do end up doing that, I'll take you along on that journey. But in the meantime, I'm a little tired. I need to get this posted. I'm going to put my feet up for a few minutes so I'll be all nice and fresh to get to the finish line on Battleborn Bride tomorrow morning. So I hope your day has been moving right along as well. It is getting toward the end of spring now. I think summer starts next week here in the Northern Hemisphere and winter in the Southern. So we're about to switch seasons again. Like I said, the kids are out of school now, or at least I think I said that. I've actually recorded this 3 times now because I was having some allergy issues. But the kids are out of school. And if you heard any noise in the background, the neighbors were playing basketball. So that's fun. I like this time of year when the evenings are long and people are out enjoying the nice weather and we can always hear the crows cawing at us. It is a fun time. And I kind of, I look forward to the official start of summer, but also I feel a little sad because I enjoy the longer days more than the shorter days. And once summer starts, they start shortening again pretty quickly. But that's a problem for a later day. For right now, I'm just going to enjoy the 9 p.m. sunsets that we're having, the nice cool evenings, and the fact that I'm making progress toward my goals this year. I'm still on track with my daily YouTube posts. Haunt Season is about to be released, and Battleborn Bride should be ready in plenty of time for October. So that is probably why I'm in such a good mood today, because for a while there, I wasn't sure that any of this was going to happen. Just goes to show, if you put your mind to something, it's amazing what you can accomplish. But again, I'm hoping that you're having a wonderful week so far. I hope the weather is nice where you are, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. I'm Cassidy Carson, and this is The Life of a Writer. Take care.